What is the universe? Not just stars and space, but everything, all that exists, all that could exist, and maybe things that don't exist at all. Now ask yourself, if the universe includes everything, then what is outside of it? Where does it begin? Where does it end? This question is more than just science or philosophy. It's a doorway, a portal into the deepest mystery of all. Long ago, the ancient sages of India called it Brahman, the formless, infinite reality behind all things. The Greek philosophers called it the cosmos, a perfectly ordered whole. Even today, scientists build telescopes to look billions of light years away, hoping to understand what the universe really is. But the deeper they look, the more mysterious it becomes. Is the universe a giant machine, a dream, an illusion, a mind? This journey is not about finding quick answers. It's about stepping into the unknown and letting it change how we see everything. We walk through life thinking the world around us is solid and stable, the ground beneath our feet, the sky above, the things we touch. But what if that's not true? When scientists looked deep into the nature of matter, they found something strange. Atoms, the tiny building blocks of everything, are mostly empty space. And inside those atoms, particles that don't always act like particles. Sometimes they act like waves, sometimes they disappear and reappear, and sometimes they seem to know we're watching. This is not science fiction, it's quantum physics. There's an experiment called the double slit test. In it, tiny particles change their behavior depending on whether they're being observed. It's as if the universe waits, watching us watch it, before deciding how to behave. What does that mean? It means reality might not exist until we look at it. Philosophers like George Berkeley believed that nothing exists without a mind to see it. And in Buddhism, reality is seen as empty, not fake, but flexible, like a dream. So maybe the world isn't made of solid stuff. Maybe it's made of something far stranger. And if that's true, what does that make you? We usually believe that our minds come from the brain, that consciousness is something that happens inside us. But what if it's the other way around? What if the universe didn't create consciousness? What if consciousness created the universe? This idea isn't new. Ancient teachings from the East and West spoke of the universe as mind-born. The Hermetic texts say, all is mind. In Hinduism, the world is Maya, a play of illusion arising from divine consciousness. Even some modern scientists are starting to wonder, could consciousness be everywhere? Could it be the foundation of reality, not a product of it? This idea is called panpsychism. It means that everything, atoms, trees, even stars, has some form of awareness. Imagine that. The universe as a living, thinking being, not a cold machine, but a great dreamer. And we are thoughts inside that dream. Just like a dream has characters, places, and stories, this universe might be the dream of something beyond time, and you are not separate from it. You are it. If the universe is a dream, then why does it seem so perfectly designed? Look closely at nature. Spirals in galaxies, patterns in pine cones, the golden ratio in flowers, seashells, and even your face. These patterns show up everywhere. They're not random. Mathematicians call them fractals, shapes that repeat at different scales. They're in clouds, rivers, and your lungs, the same patterns over and over. Why? Some believe these are signs of a deeper intelligence, that the universe is written in a kind of cosmic language, mathematics. Ancient thinkers like Pythagoras believed that numbers were not just tools, but sacred truths. Plato said the real world is made of perfect invisible forms, and today scientists explore the idea that the universe might be like a computer simulation. After all, code is just repeating patterns. Rules. Logic. If reality follows laws, and those laws are mathematical, then is the universe a program? And if it is, who wrote the code? Now comes the twist. Everything we've learned, everything we've explored, leads to one strange realization. We're not just looking at the universe, we're inside it, and it's inside us. Every model we make of reality reflects how we think. Every answer we find leads to more questions about ourselves. It's like staring into a mirror. The more we search for truth, the more we see our own reflection. In the ancient texts of India, the self, Atman, is said to be the same as Brahman, the infinite. The Gnostics believed that a spark of the divine lives within us. Even in science, observers can't be fully separated from what they observe. So what does that mean? It means the universe is not out there. It's not something separate from you. It's something you're part of. Or maybe something you are. But if that's true, who is asking the question? Who is watching? Who is dreaming? In the end, maybe the question has no answer. Or maybe the question is the answer, not to be solved like a puzzle, but to be lived like a Festri? The Tao Te Ching says, "The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. Reality can't be captured in words, formulas, or thoughts. It must be felt, beheld, experienced. The universe is not a riddle, it's a living presence, a flowing truth that speaks through silence." So maybe we stop asking, what is the nature of the universe? And instead ask, what am I? What is this moment? What is this awareness right now? Because the universe is not something you find, it's something you are. And the deeper you go, the more you see. There is no end, only wonder. What if everything you know about the universe is just the surface of something much deeper? Here's a strange thought. If the universe contains everything, then what is it inside of? What holds the universe? This question opens the door to one of the biggest mysteries of all time. We're not just asking about stars and galaxies. We're asking where it all comes from and why it exists at all. Imagine trying to look at your own eye without a mirror. That's what it's like when we try to understand the universe from inside it. Are we looking at reality, or only our version of it? Ancient philosophers in India said everything is Brahman, a cosmic spirit, not just stuff and space. Quantum physics today says something similar, that what we see depends on who's looking. So maybe the universe isn't just out there, maybe it's also inside us. Long before science, people looked up at the stars and told stories. The night sky became a map of gods, spirits, and meaning. In ancient times, the universe was seen as alive and full of mystery. The Sumerians, Egyptians, and Vedic seers didn't just describe the stars, they believed the heavens reflected the soul. Later, Greek philosophers began asking deeper questions. Is everything made of one thing? Is the universe eternal? What's real and what's illusion? These early ideas shaped how we think today. They didn't separate science from spirituality. They saw the universe as both a physical and sacred space. Maybe they were onto something. Fast forward to the 1600s. A new way of thinking took over. Newton said the universe is like a giant clock. Every part moves in a predictable way, like gears in a machine. This idea changed everything. It led to amazing inventions and scientific breakthroughs, but something got lost. In this clockwork world, there was no room for soul, spirit, or mystery. People began to feel like the universe was cold and empty. We could explain how things worked, but not why they existed. What if this was only part of the story? In the 20th century, a strange new science began to shake things up. Quantum physics showed us a world where particles can be in two places at once, or not exist until we look at them. The famous double-slit experiment proved that light behaves differently depending on whether it's being watched. Somehow the observer matters. This made scientists wonder, is the universe affected by consciousness? Is reality partly made by us? Some physicists think so. Others say we don't understand it yet. But one thing is clear, the universe is far stranger than we thought. And ancient wisdom like Taoism and non-dual philosophy had similar ideas thousands of years ago. They taught that everything is connected and that we are not separate from the universe. But what if even our deepest thoughts about the universe are based on illusions? In Hindu philosophy, Maya means the world we see is a dream, a mask hiding something deeper. Today, some scientists suggest we might be living in a simulation, a kind of cosmic video game. Others say our brains shape reality so much that we never see the real world. If that's true, can we ever know what the universe really is? Or are we like fish trying to understand water? This idea is both scary and exciting. It means the truth might be beyond our senses. What if the universe isn't made of matter, but of consciousness? Some thinkers believe that everything, even rocks and stars, has a tiny bit of awareness. Others go further. They say there is only consciousness, and the universe is what it dreams into being. This is the idea behind non-duality, that everything is one, and the separation we feel is an illusion. Indigenous tribes speak of the universe as a living mind. Some modern philosophers agree. Maybe the universe isn't a place we live in. Maybe it's a process we're part of. Maybe we are the universe, looking at itself.